on. You know how I did this whole slideshow about Horrorland and Mario Party 2? Now it's time for Horrorland and Mario Party Superstars. Horrorland was remade in Mario Party Superstars. Now I'm going to show you what I changed about the remade version and about the remade version of the board. This is a very good board, and might even be the best board in this game. There's no board that I can surpass it. And also if you think having Horrorland is my favorite board in Mario Party 2 is kind of unfair, or in Mario Party Superstars unfair as it is in Mario Party Superstars, keep in mind that the second best board in the game would be my favorite board in Mario Party Superstars, I guess. If you think it's kind of unfair. Just, yeah. But anyway, it's about time I actually move on and tell you about Horrorland. And this is Horrorland and Mario Party Superstars, and like I did, I will be drawing parts I think I'd make on the boards. Here's it at night and here's it at day. I'll be looking at the daytime version, obviously. And obviously, as you can see, the board is actually 3D. Because if you don't know, the boards in all three N64 games are not 3D. Yeah, they're actually just drawings. They weren't really able to make 3D boards, so they just actually drew them. Yeah, the N6. Yeah. See, you can actually look right now. This is a drawing. But anyway, I should look at a parts that I'd make and why I would make them. Like, I would make a path go around the bank, which will stop. Go around the bank if you cross, which has some goods and bads. The good part is you won't have to pay to the bank. The bad part, if you know you're going to land on it, if you know you're going to land on that path, land on the bank, taking the alt path isn't advised. But most of the time, it's also a skeleton key gate anyway, because it's a skeleton key that would save you 3 or 5 coins. And also, there are some very good spaces. There are some item spaces, some versus spaces, and that would also help you just avoid a Bowser space, but also avoid the shop. So it's kind of balancing if you put that there. As some of the things have been moved around, and I will also be doing a full versus to see which version of Horrorland I think is the better board. But anyway, what else would I do? Well, I'd actually do something about the Whomp near the Koopa Bank. I'd also put another skeleton, or even better, I'd put a skeleton key path that leads to this event space. That's another skeleton key that leads to the event panel, so you could do the combo when it's nighttime. But you'd still need the key. But here's something that wouldn't really matter if we had the key or not. But it would be blocked. But this path is mostly blocked by a Whomp. So what I'll think is trying to mitigate the path that keeps getting blocked by the Whomp. And I need to think of a good way to do that. And yeah, the way I do that is, first of all, by putting a non-skeleton key path that cuts up this half. But it avoids that. But it avoids one of the boos, so you can't do the boo combo. And it puts you on the event space. But this And that is how that works. So basically, you'd actually go right there. And when you reach the event space, you'd pretty much be obligated to go right, just so you can't use it to get to the boo. Just so you can't get a free boo, because I'm trying to balance this out a little. Also, I might as well even do the same on Mr. iPad. Just because in daytime the Womps will be, and nighttime the Womp blocks the path. So I might as well put a down path right after the magic house. And I would cut off the spaces that are on the paths to make them look like actual paths. Except for probably, and yeah, I would honestly cut off the event spaces there. I would cut off the event space, cut off some of the lucky spaces, as there are quite enough lucky spaces on this board. And also, I'd actually just move this path to sneak behind the bank, behind the Koopa Bank, and go near the boo. And some of the paths will be removed, and some of the lucky spaces would be removed. So in order to do that, I would add another path. And but this is even without the paths, this would honestly be a good board. Either way. And this goes there. Also, do you think altering this would make this good? And also, I would put a Womp path over here. I would put a one-way Womp over here. And I mean one way. Or, you know what? In between here and the other path, I'd also take out the lucky space. And then it would ask you where you want to go. So I'd turn this into a Womp junction. But if it's night, actually no, it's a one-way Womp junction, as I just realised. We don't want them getting a free access to the boo. So if it's at night time, this path will be closed. That's just in case. As it just takes you around, and it's basically just to tease you. Honestly, I need to have at least one of them. Anyway, this is what I'll do for today, and this is a little longer. But anyway, like, subscribe, no swearing in the comments, and I'll see you later. Also, 100 subscribers and playing Dolls in Minecraft. See you later.